Welcome back to the Fun Astrology Podcast. Tuesday, October 8th, Thomas Miller checking in with a chart that is looking pretty darn good. I mean, the things that are in place that we've talked about so much are still there. The fading moon wobble, that square between the sun and the nodal axis of the moon, that's still there. It's getting weaker every day. The square between Jupiter and Neptune is still there, will be for another, I think 12 days, October 20th. And this opposition between Mercury and Uranus is in place, and that will be for the rest of this week, goes out on Saturday. So what the week is looking like is really pretty quiet. So I have some ideas of what we'll do during this quiet time. But today, Venus will move into Scorpio. When does that happen? It happens at 1 o'clock this afternoon Eastern Time. Now, when a planet moves into the sign past its home sign, Venus rules Libra. So Venus is leaving Libra and moving into Scorpio. Think about if you just had to leave home for something that was just completely radically different. Let's say comparable. What would be comparable? Like you grew up in a very nice home in the suburbs, and you go to live in a dorm in a small college in a small town. It's like, what? This isn't the way life is. I think that's kind of the picture that we're talking about here. When planets move in from their home sign into the next sign, it's a radical shakeup. All right? How different is Scorpio than Libra? About as different as two things could get. Libra is ruled by Venus. Scorpio in ancient astrology was ruled by Mars. And Scorpio has the stinger. Whack, pow, boom, ow. How did that feel? Venus is, no, let's love everybody. Love is the key. Let's look at all sides of the story because everybody's opinion counts, and then we'll weigh everything out and make the decision. In modern astrology, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the sign of the unconscious mind. Things unseen, things hidden, twilight zone, right? And Libra has nothing to do with that. Libra is air. Scorpio is water. I mean, at least if you put earth and water together, we have lakes and rivers and ponds and streams. But air and water don't have a connection. Except where air meets water, and the water signs are not as romantically adaptable with the air signs. So you get the picture. And then when you take the ruler of a sign like Venus in Libra and then move it into that radical shakeup, it's like waking up in the twilight zone. What happened? It's like this.
Hello? I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
That's right. You're not in Libra anymore. You have arrived in Scorpio. It's like, oh no! So that's, I think, some of the shift that you might feel in your love life. If you feel a little out of balance, think about Dorothy waking up in the land of Oz and looking around and going, wait a minute. That's what Venus is doing right now in Scorpio. So just shake it off. If you feel a little wonky in what areas, well, it would be your areas of balance, just a little bit less balanced. Finances, love life, relationship, etc. When you wake up in the morning and you've been in a deep dream sleep state, you wake up and you're a little bit rattled, you're in between the dream world and the real world, and you slowly ease back into reality and you realize you pinch your arm. Everything's okay. Yes, no, this is it. Okay, I know where I am. That's what you have to give this time. So that puts Mercury and Venus in Scorpio. We're getting set for the sun to move in there on the 23rd. That will be in 2 weeks. So we have Mars and the sun in Libra, Venus and Mercury in Scorpio. We have Saturn and Pluto, obviously in Capricorn, with all eyes on that. But I'm going to advocate that things are going to start looking a little bit, we got some smoother sailing coming up here. This is room for applause. So let's set our sights on how we're going to work with that and handle that and be in that little bit calmer energy. Tomorrow, We will look ahead at the full moon coming up on Saturday in Aries. And I'll do a little bit of a look ahead through the rest of the year, so we kind of get that macro. We'll hover our little helicopter up to 10,000 feet and catch the view from up there. Sound good? All right, have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.